All right, welcome back, guys. Yes, so it's been a while since I last uploaded a video. I've been away, and then I got very busy and with some other stuff, and I just couldn't find the time or the I don't know what we call it, passion to just sit down and get on with it. So, anyways, some of you asked that I should do the Ford Mustang, right? So let's do the Ford Mustang. That's what I decided to do. So we will get back to and finishing up the Bugatti Bolide. However, it's pretty much the whole blueprint is already there for you to finish it up, whichever you like. But I plan to do the whole interior at some point, probably. But hopefully, I get there. Anyways, yeah. So let's see what we can do here. Yeah. So let me bring up some pictures here. So we got this one here. So what we're going to do is going to be the Shelby GT500 2019 because I think that looks the best to me. If you don't think that, then just let me know. But I think this one looks really good, and the really old version I like that one as well. The one they used in that movie. I don't know what is it called. But anyways, let's get to it. So what I'm planning to do here is first thing I want to the first surface that I want to work on is I want to work on this inner surface here. This it goes all the way around here. It stops here somewhere, and then we'll create this lower section here. But this is where I want to start the whole car to come from, right? This is going to be our starting point. This inner surface. So not this edge, but this whole face surface here that goes all the way around. But before we do that, we're just gonna go set up the blueprints that we have. Unfortunately, blueprints.com now fixed the glitch that we were using about changing from the small to origin. So obviously now when we get to our blueprint, if you get it from blueprints.com, and if you click on inspect, and then if you go there from the code lines, and you can get this big picture here. So a little bit better than if you get the small one if you blow it up. I mean, if it's still gonna be a bit pixelated, but you know what I find out that these pixels that it's showing is actually good for reference points, because you will see that once we get into Solidworks, we're gonna see some pixels, some squares there that really helps us center things up really properly. So, anyways, but we're still going to have this, but that's no issue at all. All right. Okay, so let me just work this thing out here. All right, let's see. All right, so what I did really is I went to the window snipping tool, and in the window snipping tool, I just cut out each section and give a name for it, and I saved it to a file. So I called this one the top view, the side view, front and back, and that's how I snipped them out, and I created these blueprints. But I will add this blueprint in the description as a Google Drive download link, so you can download it from the description. So it's going to be in the description, downloading Google Drive download link. So please don't ask in the comment to send your blueprint, because it's going to be in the description. All right, so let's open up a new part here, and let's open up a new part. Okay, and of course, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna bring up all our planes here. So I'm just gonna press here. I'm gonna hold Control on my keyboard, and I'm just gonna click on these ones, and I'm gonna show all of these planes here, right? And the first thing, I'm gonna put it on the top plane here. So make a sketch on the top plane, and go to pictures here, and it brings up our blueprints here. So as you can see, I already snipped them out. With Windows Snip, you can do the same thing. So let's do top view here, and then drop this here for now, and then yeah, we can just move it roughly around here. It's not exactly on the middle, because what I'm going to do next is I'm going to grab a midpoint line, which I'm going to convert into a center line. Well, let's grab a midpoint line here first quickly. Drop it right in the center. And then just roughly put it here. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to convert this line into a construction line. And I'm going to go back on my picture. And now I'm just going to set my picture right on the middle. Right on the middle between these points here. I'm going to show you something about the pixels that I was talking about. So as you can see here is a little bit pixelated. So it tells me straight away that that's going to be the middle right there. So actually, you know, it helps a lot. So now the picture is completely on the center. Okay, I mean, yeah, it's on the center if you're looking at from side to side, but we still need to adjust our line here. I'm just gonna grab this line and pull it a little bit in to about here. Yeah, just have a look at the front. The front looks good. Front looks good all the way. It's right in the front now. That's okay. All right. Okay, so that looks good to me. Okay, press OK. And I'm going to exit this sketch here. All right. So that set up our planes here roughly. Okay. And then let's add our side view, which is called the front plane. But we can always rename these ones as well. But I'm not. Usually I don't. So let's make a sketch on the front plane here, and let's go to sketches, sketch pictures, and let's grab the side picture here. All right, let's get into normal view here. Somewhere here. All right. Okay. And then go back in here. And I'm just gonna grab another center line here, and I'm just gonna pull this center line up from these points. Until they are straight. Just so we can center everything perfectly. Center line on the point there. You can see already we need to pull our picture forward a little bit, which is good. Let's click on the picture, and then we can we're going to lower it. We're going for the front here. That's where we're going to touch down on that one. So about here. And if we go back here, that's about, oh, it was good for a second. Let me jump into the front here. Okay, that looks good. Let me look at, yeah, I need to pull it down a little bit more. So about here maybe. Let's look at the back again. Okay, so that looks good. Press OK on that. And then we don't need these lines anymore here. Okay. And then exit this sketch. And then we're gonna go back on this center line here, edit the sketch. And we're gonna get rid of that one as well. Okay, so basically, the more things that we get rid of, the better is, right? So the less, if the less things we have in our future tree, the more cleaner is better for the system and it's better for everything. Okay, so if we put the side view is good, the top view is good. All we need now is the front view here, and of course we're gonna have a rear view as well. So I was saying, yeah, so the last lines we have the better days. So the next thing I want to do here is before I want to jump into here, and I want to add a display state. Okay, and in our second display state, of course, is always just gonna jump back here, and then we're just going to hide all that we don't need. So let's hide the this one, this picture, and let's hide this picture, and then we're gonna hide the planes as well. So let's hide the planes as well. So when we have a surface, we can view our surface perfectly. So let's jump back into our main display state, and let's add our front view picture here. So let's make a sketch on that. Jump into the normal profile, and then let's get that picture up. So it's going to be this one here. Okay, so just gonna pull the picture in here, and then as we can see, we already have the pixels here. It helps us a lot. So thanks very much for blueprint.com to fixing that glitch. So now that I have the pixels to work with to center things up perfectly, really good. All right, thanks very much for taking off that glitch. So let's zoom out here, and then now we're just going to make sure that the top of this car is is really matching up with everything else. So you already know how I'm do that, how I usually do that. Let's just zoom in here a little bit more. Just double check. We'll tell you a bit more this way. Yeah, that's like that looks good. All right. Press OK, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a sketch on this top plane here. Actually, the sketch first. And make a sketch on this top plane. Make a sketch on that. On auto profile. And I'm going to grab a center line and just drop that center line somewhere about here. Exit this sketch. And I'm going to drop a plane on this one just so we have a good view. And then the point was okay. And then let's click on that line. Let's click on the line and make a sketch, which we will delete. And we will delete everything else once we finish setting this up. Let's see if I can hide this plane. No, I'll necessify it, but I'm not. Okay, so I want to set. Yeah, let's instead. Now let's look at it from the other angle. Yeah, so we can see the two mirrors, the two wing mirrors. All right, so let's grab a center line here, and let's go from the top of this wing mirror to this wing mirror. So I think it needs to be the front picture needs to be a bit higher. You can see that now. So we're going to jump back into the front picture. Double click on the picture. I'm just going to bring it up a little bit. Make sure that we are on the center still. Okay. We're gonna jump back in here and then make a sketch on that. Okay, let's grab that center line. Gonna drop it right from that pixel to this pixel here. Okay, so we need to maybe bring it down just a little bit. Okay, right about there. Now back to the front view here and make sure that we're still on the center. We are not. Come back in here. Let's double check. That looks good to me. Okay, and the next thing I want to check is actually I'm gonna go to this sketch here, edit the sketch, and I'm going to cut this line now. And I'm going to grab a center line. I'm gonna pull it straight from this here, and actually that actually lines up really good. So that's good there. And then we can also check. We can also check this corner here, the top of this corner. Let's check that. Center line. Lines up with that one perfectly. Okay. And lines up with that one. And then maybe we can see some more stuff, more things from this angle. So let's grab another center line, and from this edge here, and that lines up quite okay. All right, that's good. One more thing we can check, of course, the tire. So let's grab a center line, and just from here, and that lines up okay. All right, I think what else we could probably check. Yeah, so we're going to add another plane that is going from here. So let's see if we can grab this whole plane and then just twist it around to here. Yes, we can. Okay, and then we're just gonna check things from this angle here. Yeah. Okay, so let's make a sketch on this plane here. Center line. And what I want to check on this one is these two lower sections here. So let's grab this corner here. Oh, I dropped it right about there, which is not really. Let's do a snap. Exit the sketch. Okay, so let's delete this one. Okay, and then we're gonna delete this plane here. And we're just gonna create a new one because obviously we did pull it through, but delete this one as well. Close, and we're just gonna jump back in the future tree. And then we delete the sketch as well. Okay, so our future tree looks good and clean. Alright. Alright, so let's make another sketch on this top plane then. Normal to profile. And then we're gonna drop that center line right here. And then let's grab that, let's exit the sketch here. And then let's grab that plane and select the line. End a point and exit the sketch. So select the line, a point, exit the sketch. Okay, now we just make a sketch on this one. And then let's do that. So what I wanted to get is this lower edge here. It lines up with this one. It lines up. Yeah. Start from a little bit lower because of the pixels. And that lines up. Okay. So I guess we just need to pull the front plane just a little bit down, or just a tiny bit down. That's what we're gonna do. Still. And then jump in here. And let's see if we can use it with the Y. It's a big, very big increment if you do it that way. But let's see if we can. So 63. Let's just do 50 here. Now that's not much of a change. Let's just pull it down by the eye. Okay, and then let's double check with our line now. Okay, that looks a lot better. Let's grab the center line here. Check with the tires. That looks good. Okay, and then I want to check this one here, this infall corner here, and check with this one here. It's there. So I can see already that it actually needs to move up. The front picture needs to move up a little bit. Okay, and let's have a look at now. And that was there. That was there. It's there, and that's there. Yeah, I think this is the best we can do with this one. So I'm gonna leave it like this. I think it's going to be all right. Let's grab another center line. Just check again the wing mirrors. The wing mirrors are lining up perfectly. All right. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back in here, edit the sketch, and then we're gonna need to cut this one, and then we're gonna go back here, fix it, and then again edit the sketch, cut this one. Okay, and then let's delete this plane because we don't need it. Delete this plane, and then we're gonna delete this sketch here as well. All right, it's a lot better now. And again, we kept our future tree nice and clean. So I always strive to keep my future tree clean as possible as always. All right, so let's see where we are. 27 minutes in. Okay. All right, so what we can do is that we can create our first points here, our construction scaffolding to start our first surface. So a lot of people do is that it's what some people do. So let's look at the picture here and let's see the points that we're going to create. So the point I want to create is this point here because this is the point where we're gonna go from. So let's jump in here. So a lot of people do is they got this line here and they get this line here and the projection curve, but that's not never ever accurate. So I like to do things from the bottom up, like from the very beginning, small steps. So small steps, the tiniest small steps is always best. Okay, so let's jump in here and let's make a sketch. Let's make a sketch on this plane here. Okay, and we're gonna drop that point, just a simple point. Falls down about here, and we're gonna drop that point right about. Let me see that. Okay, so this is the surface we're gonna work with. So I want to drop that point on. I want to drop this point on here, and then exit the sketch here. And we can always change that. Okay, and then once we have that, we're gonna exit the sketch, and then we're going to grab a 3D sketch, a 3D center line, and then we're gonna grab that 3D center line and we're gonna drop it right on that point. And I want to be on the Y and X, and which we are, and I'm just gonna pull it all the way out. I'm out here, make sure it's straight, and press spacebar to bring up this view here, and our point is going to fall right about here. Okay, so let's grab a point and let's drop that point. Again, these pixels are, I know, you know what, that's fine. Give me the pixels. Fine, let's work with the pixels. I'm still gonna make this car beautiful. Let's drop the point over there. And again, this surface is going to fall inwards, right? So press OK. And then we're gonna exit the sketch. Still have that point. And I'm going to come back actually into this line. And I want to anchor this line. Okay, so nice in that line, it won't move. And I want to pull that point a little bit back. I don't need that fall out. Somewhere here. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab a I'm gonna grab another center line, and I want to click on this point here. And I just want to bring it down. Again, I want to be in the Y and X, or Y and Z is works as well. I'm just gonna pull it down to about here. Make sure it's straight. Okay, so that's gonna be our first point for our surface. Exit the sketch. All right. That's our first construction, scaffolding. That's what I call it. I call it scaffolding for that surface to be created. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this one, part one, here, and then on the next tutorial we're going to create this surface all the way around, and then we go from there. All right, hopefully it's going to be a great project. So follow me on this project and subscribe to my channel. Also share my channel. So thanks very much. All right, bye.